Hi, Mark Savage here with Savage on Wheels. You know, when Paul and I were kids, and that's been a long time ago,
Yeah.
we'll grant you that. If you had money, you bought yourself a Cadillac, an Eldorado, Paul, maybe, or a
Lincoln Continental.
Lincoln Continental, Coupe de Ville. Now, if you're wealthy and you have a family, I guess, you've got to have a big pickup truck. I mean, you've got to have a big pickup truck. And this is a giant pickup truck. This is the Toyota Tundra. This is the Capstone edition. So this is, it's the top of the line, baby. And it costs almost as much as my house did. It's big. And in case I didn't tell you this, it's big. I just stopped on the road over here at the stoplight, and guess what? This is just basically the same length as the dump truck that was next to me.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. And the dump truck was taller. Other than that, you know,
Wait a minute, I'm sizing.
they've restyled this, and this is the hybrid version of this, which means it gets a lot like 1 to 1.5 miles per gallon more than it would. And guess what it's got, Paul?
Big grill.
Oh, it's got a big grill. I love that big grill. It's so big. It's bigger than anything else in the world, just about, except for maybe the Lexus grill. They got a little blue on here. That tells you it's got a hybrid system on it.
It seems to be a thing now.
That seems to be a thing now. They call it the I-Force Max. And again, I'm getting 20.4 miles per gallon, and I've been to Chicago and back in this on the highway, so it's probably getting, it said 21 when I was on the highway, so now that I've driven around town, it's dropping like a rock. We got tires, you know, as tall as Paul and I here, fancy wheels, all that stuff. I mean, this thing is loaded naturally. Oh, watch this, Paul. What happens if we open the door? Oh,
like the Grand Wagoneer.
Like the Grand Wagoneer. This Capstone's got a big step that comes down on it. We got a white and black leather interior. That's fancy as all get out. They tell me this is real walnut wood up here on the grill. It's hard to tell. It looks brown and could be fake anything. Let's show you more inside. It's got a giant sunroof in there. And I got to show you.
There, the things retract.
It went back in. Okay, we're going to open the big tailgate. Now, I can't imagine anybody's going to dirty a truck like this. Are you, Paul?
Maybe a bag of sand.
Are they going to go off-road on this?
Bag of grass.
Yeah, 4x4. Well, who cares, because you're only going to pull a trailer behind us. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That step comes out automatically. I can run up here. Look, ooh, even a little guy can get up the track. I can dance in the back of this thing. You can use this. If I put a tent over it, a family of 4 could live right there.
Okay, wait a minute. I might have something here that will go in the back.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Oh, man, that weighted it down.
Now we're ready.
I just got a payload of like 1,000,000 pounds, so, you know, that little straw, that might weight us down too much. I don't know. Anyway, and then here...
Looks good in the back, though.
It looks good. It looks like it belongs there. It's quick straw. Quick straw. Quick straw. Put that up and... Oh, what happens? Oh, man, it's automatic. I don't have to...
What more could you want?
I barely even have to drive this thing. All right, here, first thing. Smart truck. Oh, I put my seatbelt on, and then it powers me forward, puts the wheel where I want it to be. And then, you know, normally it would do that just by starting it up at Tundra I-Force Max. 14-inch screen. That's a monster screen. That's great. You know, all the buttons we need here for the climate controls. That's actually kind of nice because it's easy to get to that. This is, of course, going to be your radio, your info screen, your telephone, your map, all that good stuff. Down here we got heated and cooled seats, Paul. I think we already got those cool seats on because it's actually warm in Milwaukee
for October.
Here today. Yeah, for October, Wisconsin. This is crazy that'd be this warm. And of course, all of your trailering needs. We got 4-wheel drive, high and low. We got drive mode here. I've been keeping it in comfort because it is so rough even in comfort that I don't want to go to sport. Sport does firm up the wheel, which is kind of crazy.
Sport on a pickup truck.
You know, anyway.
Like sport on a minivan.
We've got a dual overhead sunroof, of course. The actual front end does open up. The back end is just covered by one of the, whoops, and there we go, by the shade. Nice big sun visors. That's good. And of course, all the usual bells and whistles on the wheel, automatic cruise control, and it tells you everything you need to know, and that's good. And it's loaded with everything. We got heated and cooled seats. We got power seats. The leather is sharp, and this was kind of the funniest thing. I thought it's just this little thing slides back and you can get down in here, but it's kind of usually these sort of things open up. That doesn't. There's a little thing there. I don't know what you put your credit card in here. Hold on,
coins or something.
That maybe, I don't know. Anyway, and we do have a wireless charger. This is the Tundra in its natural habitat. In fact, all large pickups. This is a filling station. Oh yeah, gas station. And we're gonna put a little fuel in this bad boy. And like I say, I've been down to Chicago and back, so I'm guessing that it's gonna take close to $100 worth.
We might be here a while, huh?
Yeah.
How big is the tank?
32.2 gallon.
1 hour later.
So at $4 a gallon, you tell me.
You could actually fuel other vehicles with this tank.
Yeah.
There's an income.
Yeah,
He'd pay for the truck.
Yeah, maybe I can have a little thing that sticks out the side and goes into somebody else's truck as they're driving down the freeway.
There you go.
Oh shit! What's happened?
Right, you're on fire! Bail out!
Oh no!
But supposedly 20 and 24 miles per gallon with this hybrid system. Like I say, now I'm getting about a little over 20 after driving on the highway for several hundred miles. You can pull almost 12,000 pounds with this, but just know that I think the Ford F-150 tows 12,500 or so. So, you know, they're very, very comparable in that regard. And there's only one other hybrid, and that is the Ford.
Oh,
Punta Gorda.
there we go.
Only 82.90.
That's a deal.
Just short of 20 gallons. You know, I know I've been a little bit over the top here because it's such a big truck. It handles pretty nice, and again, if I put it in sport mode, it firms up the steering well. On a nice smooth road like this, which is kind of a rarity here in Wisconsin, it's not bad. I mean, there's a little bit of vibration because it's a truck. But Paul and I were noticing we went over some pretty good sized bumps a ways back, and
it's still not comfortable.
It's still a bump. I mean, still a pretty big bumpy ride at that point. And this is on the comfort setting. So I'm not impressed with the ride. It's got like a 145-inch wheelbase. So, I mean, this is as big as a semi just about it, but it doesn't, you know, if it was a car with that kind of a wheelbase, it would be so smooth you wouldn't even know you're on the road.
It'd be like an old Cadillac.
Yeah, it'd be like an old Cadillac that you could have bought and got 20 miles per gallon. Nonetheless, super powerful twin turbo V6, 347 horsepower, I believe, and it's just like 450 foot-pounds of torque. This thing will go, and it will tow a little short of 12,000 pounds. So, you know, if you're going to tow a trailer...
Well, for railroad tracks.
Yeah, the railroad tracks. I'm sorry if I looked like I was going to, you know, having a seizure. But nonetheless, if you're going to pull a big house trailer, one of your luxury cigarette boats behind here, whatever, right, Paul? I mean, this will pull it. So that's good. It has four-wheel drive, of course. You can go off-road. If you want to take your expensive truck off-road and beat the heck out of it, and you can do that with this. And there's plenty of room. I mean, we can easily get 5 people in here. Lots of room in the back seat. Again, comfortable seats because they're leather. They're fairly flat, just a teeny bit of hip support, so that's nice. You know, I'll double check, but since I'm getting 20 miles per gallon, I'll do some figuring when I get home. So we're on one of our back roads, kind of a chattery road through here, and it's you know, I'll say we're on the comfort mode still. Just as a reminder,
It's a little bumpy.
it's a little bumpy here. You may hear the modulation in my voice as we hit some of these things, but it's you know, and this is certainly one of the worst roads around here, but it's one that Paul and I like to test the vehicles on because it is so rough. But it gives you a little vibration. So this new iForce Max hybrid engine is just won Award's 10 Best Engine and Powertrain Award, which is a nice plus. This also is going to be used in the 23 Sequoia, so this will be available in a couple of the Toyota models. And another thing is that they've done some testing, obviously, for speed, and this will do 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds, Paul.
Yeah, if you're looking for fast pickups.
Yeah, but the F-150, 5.3 seconds.
Uh-oh.
So
Look out.
even though it's got all this horsepower and torque, you know, we're 583 foot-pounds of torque, and I'm still getting beat. That's kind of sad. And this uses nickel metal hydride batteries instead of the lithium ion. So I don't know if that matters to people.
To the regular public, no. They won't know the difference.
Right, but nonetheless, so that's the way it goes. So if you just want a hybrid, big, you know, 4-door pickup truck, $58,000 gets you the Tundra in its basic hybrid form. This is the Capstone. It starts about 75. This one's at 76 and change. So you've got quite a range there, but this is a luxury vehicle, so you're talking luxury prices. If you want a regular Tundra, you can probably get one for like $38,000 to $45,000.